welcome everyone to What Food, What Wine 2012. It's a huge privilege for us to be here with such an amazing array of talent and authority. This is the food and wine elite of the UK. We are judging blind, and the only thing that we know about the wines is whether they are over £10 or under £10. It's important to stress that that's a retail definition. We are judging classic What Food, What Wine, the classic dishes, but a lot of what we try to do with this competition is to put ourselves in wine drinkers' shoes. So it doesn't really matter where it's from, it's all about how it goes with the dish, and it's really to reflect whether it's a special occasion purchase or an everyday purchase.
We're now on fish and chips with wines under £10, and we're quite interested to see we've got a range of colours here, so it'll be this is going to be an interesting one.
We're moving on to rump steak with fries now. We've got a lineup of 8 lovely reds, but I think there's going to be some different styles in here, hopefully doing different things with the dish, so it's going to be quite an exciting one to judge.
I think lasagna is really difficult, and we found that last year because it's much creamier than you think, and it's meaty, and it's tomatoey, so trying to get those three herbs, loads of things
so many dominant flavours.
It's actually quite a sweet tomato-dominated lasagna, which to me works quite well.
Yeah.
Lamb is very wine-friendly food. It's softening a lot of the wines, and some of the sweetness in the fruit is really coming through beautifully to harmonise with the lamb. So from a practical point of view, difficult. From a taste point of view, excellent.
I think, especially if you were playing up the parmesan and the butter even more in the dish, because this is quite low on those things, then I think a big, bright, warm climate buttery wine is a good quaffing wine to have with it.
So Jo, we've seen lots of flights come out today. How's the food gone down?
Well, so far it's stayed down, put it that way. I think it's gone down well. It's really interesting just hearing the various comments from the judges, because they're having to get their head around the match of the wine with the food, not just as a wine, as a standalone wine.
We've just been feasting on apple crumble with slivered almonds and custard, vanilla custard. Last year I got very excited by the red wine on the table, which was beautifully sweet, delicious red wine. This time it's the white wines that have come out. For under £10 you can turn your apple crumble into a triumph.
Okay, so we've just done our round of mature cheddar under £10, and we had 3 completely different wines. What we were surprised about was there was a white wine that seemed on paper and on tasting as if it just wouldn't go. It was a very fresh, slightly waxy style of white wine, and then it was really nice. Again, a red wine that seemed to tannic the cheddar, but it was good.
So on the second day of the event, it's the trophy judging day, and it all seems really quite intense, very quiet. Everybody's really seriously thinking about what they're doing, because this is the crucial point, really. They've tasted all of the wines originally, and now they're trying to work out just which ones are those that come top.
Again, but you need, with fish and chips, you just need that, the acidity to act like a lemon, really, don't you? It's got that lemony freshness.
Here we've got 4 completely different styles of wine, everything from a dry sherry to a fizz, to a sort of lemony, crisp style and a slightly rounder style of white.
The outstanding match for fish and chips, which has been awarded to Manzanilla La Gitana, number 179.
Steak and chips is classic. It's not a huge amount of flavour, but potato chips, you do get that earthiness coming through, and the steak, you need some good acidity and some tannin to really work with that protein. So it's not an easy thing to do. But we've after a bit of negotiation, we've come up with a winner, and the winner is 166.
166, the Barossa Shiraz from Waitrose in partnership with St Hallett.
It was big, sweet and ripe, but quite rustic. It had a lovely mix. It's got a sort of wild herb element to it as well.
Yes. Number 6 is our special occasion wine.
Number 6, which is from Villa Maria in New Zealand, and it's the Syrah Hawke's Bay 2010 Private Bin. Yum yum.
So we've just done the trophy judging for mushroom risotto. We had, as you can see, 2 whites and a red, 3 really different styles, which is fantastic. That's what is often the exciting thing about this competition. We think the red wine has done really well and is our top winner.
Number 140, Nobilo Icon, Marlborough Pinot Noir.
Some are going to go with the sweetness in the lamb, some are going to contrast with it, some are going to go with the meaty side of it.
I think some of the sweeter fruit wines will pick up on the gravy.
Yeah.
I just think it's, you know it's a classic match, but this is really, you know, spot on in a way. It transforms your roast lamb into something quite special.
Trophy for roast lamb, 148, Fleur du Cap Unfiltered Merlot, 2008.
I find it really refreshing.
Yes,
I think it's a really nice choice.
It does have a touch of that nutty smokiness, doesn't it?
That sort of hazelnutty edge.
Yes.
The Mature Cheddar Trophy awarded this year to number 156, which is the South African Durbanville Hills Chardonnay 2010.
The wine is remarkably unchanged. Before the dish, after the dish, it tastes almost exactly the same.
And very summery, just exactly what you want with strawberries and cream. It's not overwhelmed by the strawberries or the cream.
Strawberries and Cream, the winner this year is 95, and it's the Barefoot Moscato from California.
Yes, it had a lovely fresh zest in it. I just felt that it is such a pretty wine, so sort of
It's very
ethereal,
delicate.
The Apple Crumble Trophy. Again, the second time this one has appeared, it's the Barefoot Moscato from California.
That range of wine styles has been the hallmark of the competition for me, and the way that different wine styles can work really well with the same dishes.
Which just shows the kind of excitement we've had about the whole competition.